I'm already several years in the running sport, and I see friends and training partners run into traps quite often. I mean these traps literally. They sometimes make common mistakes which lead to injury or stagnation in progress. The convenience of running is why it's popular and why so many people of different skill levels attempt to jump right into it. It seems that most runners become set on routines they establish and never realize the common mistakes they are making day in, day out. Beginner or experienced runners may both learn something from this video. I hope these tips will prevent you from getting injured or can prevent a stagnation in your progress. Let's dive straight into my top 5 common mistakes. The number 1 and most obvious mistake maybe is an increase in mileage too soon. I recommend to increase your weekly running volume only a little bit every week. Especially during COVID, I saw many beginners as experienced runners get into trouble fast. Because of extra time at hand, they started to run too many miles too soon. I hear often about the 10% increase rule in your weekly mileage. I don't really understand this rule because for how many weeks will you keep increasing, for example? I would rather recommend sticking to a training plan which builds slowly, maybe between 20 to 50 kilometers over 6 to 10 weeks. When you're more experienced, you probably already know your limit. Don't increase this limit too fast. If you already run high mileage, you should of course not stick to this weekly increase of 10%. Keep in mind, it will take longer than you think to build a solid base for running. Your cardiovascular system will catch up and become comfortable after about 2 to 3 months. But your other systems will take longer. Your joints and ligaments especially can take more time. I'm running several years now. In the beginning, it took me months to increase my volume slightly. If I increased too much, in a couple of weeks, I most often got injured. Consistency and long-term development is more important than jumps in high mileage. Mistake number 2 is to do a proper warming up or cool down. If you're guilty of running out of the door straight away without warming up, you aren't alone. One of the most important aspects to exercise, yet the most skipped. Warming up has many performance benefits that will make you run faster, but it will also help to avoid injury. Here are some benefits of a good warm-up. A raised body temperature, speeding up your metabolic processes and energy supply. Enhanced muscle performance, allowing your muscles to contract faster and more powerful. Increased cardio performance, allowing higher oxygen uptake, and you can start off your exercise directly at the proper level. And of course last, better joint load distribution and warm muscles for injury prevention. Here are some tips you could apply. Pick 2 or 3 simple warm-up drills and repeat them before every run. What I like to do is that I have a bike. You can also just hop on your bike for 5 to 10 minutes and cycle someplace where you usually don't run. Mistake number 3 on my list: not doing enough strength training. Most runners don't focus enough on strength training. While this is very important for your ligaments and joints to develop, adding 1 or 2 strength trainings a week can seriously reduce your risk on injury. And besides this, it also improves your running efficiency. For beginners, I would recommend strength training once a week. Try to do core strength combined with some single leg strength exercises like Bulgarian squats or calf raises. For more experienced runners who train already 5 days a week or more, adding a second weekly strength exercise can be very beneficial to avoid running injuries. To number 4, I also see the mistake of avoiding cross-training. Many new runners think that becoming a better runner, you must just run as much as possible or as frequently as possible. Yes, you do have to run frequently, but like anything, if you only focus on a single movement, imbalances start to form elsewhere. Doing activities other than running not only prevents boredom, but helps train other muscle groups to prevent imbalances in your muscles. Even if you like running a lot, I would still recommend to do some cross-training once a week. For me, I for example like to cycle a lot. I cycle between 7 and 9,000 kilometers each year, which is quite a lot for a runner. Besides cycling, there are a lot of other cross-training options. You could swim or use a cross-trainer, for example. And to the number 5 mistake of this list is running too much at the same speed. I see stagnation with many beginner runners, but also with experienced runners. What I see from many people new to running is that they most often run too many easy runs. or run them too fast. And also, they never incorporate tempo or shorter speed intervals. So therefore, I would recommend to have a 2:1 or 3:1 ratio in your easy runs compared to your interval or tempo workouts. Easy days easy, hard days hard. But for experienced runners as well, they might do their easy runs too fast, which causes them to not be recovered enough for harder interval or tempo workouts, which makes this harder workout less effective or more prone to injury. Also, keep varying in both your weekly volume as in exercises. Stagnation occurs if you don't vary at all or not vary enough over the year. I hope these tips will prevent you from getting injured or help you to achieve some new personal bests. Please leave your number one tip or mistake down in the comments. Sharing is caring. Running is for most people trial and error. You have good days and bad ones. Let us learn from each other. Don't forget to enjoy your runs and learn from the mistakes as well. And as always, if you still go out the door today, have fun out there and get on the run.